Hello and welcome to Time with Tim. This is week 2, and in week 2 of 5, I should say, we're talking about leadership philosophy over these next few weeks. And week 2 is purpose. Last week we talked about values. This week, purpose, to be followed by mission and approach. So, what is purpose? For me, purpose it's almost an existential thing. You know, it really is sort of like, why are you a leader? Why does your leadership matter? What is your leadership for? Now, those are some big questions. And I know purpose as a theme is really big out there at the moment. And there's lots of gurus and thought leaders, talking about why purpose is so important. And everyone needs to find their purpose. And then just if you wouldn't mind, just sit down for 5 minutes and just define your purpose for me. Gotcha? Good. Clearly it's a little bit more complicated than that, which is why it's been really helpful for me, and I have worked with some mentors myself on this, to wrap purpose around into a philosophy, and then to bring values and mission and approach as sort of a whole collective within which purpose really sort of is the fulcrum. So my purpose is to make the world better by making leaders better. That I believe that better leaders can build a better world. And my contribution to that purpose is really just doing whatever I can to help leaders be better, and really to seek out leaders that are striving to make the world better, and just to do whatever I can to help them. And if I can't help them, then basically to get out of the way. And I'm not interested in just selling stuff that isn't going to help, because selfishly and sort of selfishly on behalf of my kids, if we can't make the world better, what's the point? Like, really, what are we doing? So, I think purposeful leadership, is about having this very grand visionary approach to your leadership. And when you do that, again, it actually makes a lot of things easier. Like, once you have got a really good sense of purpose, building a strategy is much more straightforward, because you know very, very long term where you want to go. And saying to somebody, well, this is my purpose and these are the values that define how I'm going to go about achieving that purpose, they can go, whoa, interesting purpose. And I can see how those values align with that, and I can see and feel that you're living them and that you're moving towards your purpose. Or I don't agree with any of that and you're not for me, which is also good, because you don't want to chase everybody and don't want to waste your time serving people who don't want to be served by you, in my opinion. And look, I think one of the best examples I've seen of purposeful leadership would come from someone like Seth Godin. Okay, so a marketing guy with purpose. Yes, okay, I was cynical too. But what I found with Seth Godin is basically that he, far more than anyone else that I've found in the marketing domain at this point in time, really sort of sets out how marketing defines and can drive purpose, and that marketing can help, and that marketing can propel people towards their purpose, and that purpose doesn't have to be transactional and sort of mercantile. Okay, so the question for you: what is your purpose? And as a leader, how are you going about striving towards your purpose and your overall destination? And then linking it back to last week, how are your values aligned with your purpose? How are you living your values? And how is doing so and doing that and living those values moving you towards your purpose? Add some comments. Let me know what you're doing. I will read them. I will react and respond to them as fast and as, enthusiastically and as cohesively and comprehensively as I can. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll talk about how am I improving my leadership by defining and moving towards my purpose. So I'll see you tomorrow.